got me pacing the floor. Sarasota Tim keeps staring at the door. Watches on YouTube, pick and choose their flame. One little spark, and they all say the same. If it fits their mood, they can make it news. If it stirs their pride, they'll keep those shoes. Selective outrage, selective outrage. Pick and choose, pick and choose. Selective outrage, selective outrage. That's the game they use. New York Dan with a camera rolled up tight, laughing vibe, trying to frame the night. Russell does stuff with a grin and a pose. Everybody's watching, but nobody knows. They want a side, they want a score, they want a name they can keep on the floor. Selective outrage, selective outrage. Pick and choose, pick and choose. Selective outrage, selective outrage. That's the game they use. Takes running while the whole room's burning. I seen it come, I seen it fade. Same old fire in a fresh new shade. Selective outrage, selective outrage. Pick and choose, pick and choose. Selective outrage, selective outrage. That's the game they use. Sarasota Tim, New York Dan, life in vibe. Russell does stuff, watches on YouTube. Yeah, they know the clue. Selective outrage, coming straight through.
Yeah. Who the hell are you? It's Monday night here in the great state of Minnesota. It's 3:57 Central PM. 20th day of July, 2026. It's your audio addiction, the video platform, one and only, after Glenn Beck. Fear-mongering radio. It's your favorite podcast. We are domestic and abroad, all over the world. People come and listen for the rock star to open up. Fruit punch for a fruity guy. That was called Selective Outrage. Blues wrote that behalf of the three haters. Told that to Carl. And I'm on their side, but Would they do that in their community? No. I had to go to the Whipple building today, doing some work there, and people are still standing out there. Some old lady told me to quit my job. I'm like, listen, ma'am, I don't work for the government. Yelling at me, I'm like, and they come back twice. I'm like, she apologized the second time. I'm like, I don't work for the government, biatch. Still sitting there at the Whipple, about 4 old ladies, and I get it. If they're anywhere else, they would have been executed, but they're still fighting the ice. Here in the great state of Minnesota. Great song. Camera hold up tight. Listen to that song back. You can put that to a montage of these 3 people that are Selective Outrage on some predator. Because Russell picked it up, and then near Dan, and then she did whatever else. But anyways, we still have a war going on. He said when our planes I thought it was decimated, we were done, right? We're winning the war, right? Lost some more lives, 3 more people. Sacrificed for what? Is a hunch is at a soccer match. The draft dodger, they had him try to move him out of the way, and people booing him. So it's like, what are you doing there? It had nothing to do with that behavior. Okay, always want to shake their hand. I wouldn't anyways. Commander-in-Chief, who was a draft dodger, convicted felon adjudicated rapist, finally paid up on it. Gave her the grr, right? You know, we had the first war, obviously, like I've said before, we're supposed to end all wars, but then September 1st, 1939, Adolf had to invade Poland. We got pulled in 82 years ago. We had here in Hawaii, the Japanese had to come to Pearl Harbor. We had to nuke them not once but twice, and they did get on their knees in the mighty, mighty Mao. September 2nd, 1945. But in between that, there's a lot of bloodshed, and oh yes, we stormed the beaches. Oh yes, they did. But we soon got up those mountains, those hills, and took them out, snapped the necks to Krauts, and freed the Jews, and saying to the Japanese we had to go into those islands. Little by little, pillbox by pillbox, of the Marines, all of the boys in the band. We were supposed to go to get the They should have done the longest war. They didn't. But right up there north, got her done. Not an easy war. If war was easy, everybody would do it. They all hate us. They all want to come here. We didn't succeed. God knows what we do today. Hitler was asleep in Berlin. Rommel was back with his wife for her birthday. Moved the tank up like he was supposed to. Who knows? After we did after we bombed the piss out of them, they rebuilt. Japanese and German, and they built better steel to make steel better, and took out the Rust Belt. I was listening to a good video of the Rust Belt. After we did all the bombing, they rebuilt better technology, and all their job went down the road. Youngstown, Gary, Indiana, all the behavior. Read, travel, meet people. Look it up! And of course, after World War II, forgotten war, whatever the hell that was all about, police action, North and South. They didn't just go to North Korea and just go with the cockroaches. They didn't do it. Many were sacrificed for what? I don't know. And then we had the longest war with the draft dodger. Bill Clinton was Yahoo. I did not have sexual relations with that woman, Miss Lewinsky. Yahoo. Donald J. Trump, 58,200 plus. I went to the wall in D.C. Go there in silence. Go look at it. I don't know what they died for. I have no idea. We only know. A lot of civilians. A lot of collateral damage. Cancer. Agent Orange. Desert Storm. Plenty of wars out there. Iran war with the hunch, supposed to be, I guess, they were decimated, I guess. We took care of them. I don't know what's going on. A little excursion. did his speech rambling about stolen election. Meanwhile, men and women are dying. And it's like 19 years old and then 19. Sacrifice for what? I don't know. Men and women blue. God bless that working class. Don't like a cop. Please call a crackhead. Who are these brave men? Up in the sky, out at sea, in the jungles, the MIAs. May you come home soon. There was some guy out stealing it off the flag out there, trying to cause good trouble. I'd beat an inch of my life if I had somebody who was an MIA. Took out the flag. Disrespecting the Air Force, the Army, and the Marines, and the Navy, and the Merchants Coast Guard in our uniform. We appreciate your service to this country. That moron. That pissed me off when I heard that. He didn't like the flag, and so what? Then pay for another flagpole to have that on. So what some people do, that's fine. I'll be taking it down and putting the flag upside down. If you don't like this world, this country, then leave, damn it. I don't always like what we do here either, but damn it, I'd die for this country. I'd never serve. If I had to, I would. We have Hydro who turned, draft, pretending to be a military and admitting it. It's just disgusting. But people like Swirl Bay Parody think he's the greatest thing in the world. That's her problem, not mine. He has a show coming out on Wednesday. He did a show to Save Patrol. Hydro returned, open mic, whole 9 yards. But we thank you for your service to this country, you guys. All you guys do for us. 9/11 victims, don't forget about. We always dedicate the National Fix-It League, the NFL podcast. Wednesday, all the training camps open up to domestic violence. You see something, please say something. Read, travel, meet people. What my auntie always told me. She said, read, tell me, do something substantial in your life. Don't not play video games all day long. It's not very good. No. Would you shower? Would you shower in the shower of Penn State? Would you get married in a Catholic church where a young man was raped? There was an upstate New York, beautiful Boy Scout area, and the guy goes, I'd love to buy it, but he goes, God knows what happened to the children. I'm like, bingo, you're on my side. Jeffrey Dahmer's apartment complex, they tore it down. The Crowley, she should be deported or executed. They abandon it, just tear it down, burn it to the ground. Start burning Catholic church to the ground. A guy that wrote a lot of comics passed away. He did some anti-Catholic thing, and they were all pissed off. I don't care. Quit with the blue laws and rat line, World War II. You want to get a drink in Boston for free from MSC Suites? F the Catholic people. Let's burn those. That's why there are a lot of churches being abandoned here in Minnesota, because people are leaving the Catholic community because they care about their children. Boy Scouts had that problem. No one cares until it's your child. But don't shout in the shower at Penn State if you don't like two men having consensual sex. I get it. You can't watch and consume two women having consensual sex and screaming because you're watching gay sex. And that, my friend, is not a very Christian thing to be doing. Just like the hunch. Mr. Religious cheating on all of his wives. His children are bastards. In my mind. P stood for Penn State. We call it Pedophilia University. Just like the Pope of Pedophilia Entertainment Corporate. I had a guy who won't talk about it. That. I don't care. You can't be selective on your outrage. We have to look out for people in your community, your role model, your coaching hockey, football, whatever you're doing, your Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, I don't care, in your neighborhood, your family members. No one cares till it's a problem in their family. Start caring for the next generation. For some reason, we just don't care, and that sucks. But never shower in the shower. Take a veteran, you see one. Make good choices, but he always said, there's a difference between a mistaken choice. No difference. Jeff Dubay made a poor choice of drugs, and he's still a drug addict. Had a great job as a broadcaster, K-fan. Look him up. Choices, you would have safe sex, great. thrill pill, trench air patch. Put on a condom, all water, no seeds. It's great. What's in the water? It takes one drop. You're the father of the child. Women, you should marry before you carry. He pumped you full. Got a seed. You screaming away as you pump that child. And the father runs off. Like I said, I tell a grown man one day in a hot tub. You mean the father, child? They say, step up. Who's the father? Who's the mother? Before the court. Not the stepdad, not the stepmom. Who's the father and the mother of the child? That's who's responsible with the blood running through their veins. Not some swinging dick. But you have your choices in life. You can't staple a man to a fence. Not a good thing. Not very Christian to be doing. Keep your kids out of your behavior. I don't care what you do. I'm a libertarian, Republican. You want to smoke dope and drink beer? Great. I don't care. There's consequences. Because when you drink and drive, you are a convicted felon in Canada. You can't go to Canada because you're a felon. Can't go. Nope. Can't do it. So call some murders with the phone. I had 3 people murdered by drunks. That's all there is to it. They're still dead. Those guys are probably still alive because poor choices were made. Saw a nice streetcar accident. Poor choices. The guy was on his phone. Boom, boom. I'll go the lights. 2 of the cars are scrapyard tonight. Keep your eyes on the road, bitches. But anyways, welcome to Fear Mongering Radio. Look, there was the Selective Outrage. They had the Raspberry Festival parade, which I had no desire to go to. When last year, first one I've missed in 40 years, but I don't give it 2 pumps. I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it last year. I know my mom went all the time when she lived up here before she moved to Arizona. Couldn't do it with the car, but they just didn't want to do it. We went last year and big breaks in between. I talked to a lady at work with, she's from Hopkins, and we chatted about it, and she didn't go either. I'm like, I know who runs it. Matter of fact, I see him occasionally at the gas station. I told him I wasn't going. She said, what do you mean? I said, not going. Not going to be at my usual place on 11th. Not going to do it. I said, you got to learn to get some more marching bands in there and maybe less breaks. So I said, it'll be harder than hell. I said, good luck. Well, that's too bad. I said, yeah, well, that's the way it is. I'm a Hopkins boy. You're a Hopkins boy too. You should know better. I said, I get it, but I said the parade is too many breaks. You got to keep it moving. I said, I'm not going to go there again unless you improve it. I'm a stubborn little bastard, just like my auntie and my mama. Lying, they don't lie now. Got to stand up for something once in a while. I see that Anus Breath, he did a show, Hydro Returns. And I called Dave today. I was a little bored. I was driving around, and he goes, and then he had Kamish on, and they had what the hell was on the phone. Some other guy. Who in the hell that one guy is? That Southern guy. Whatever, we were talking. So me and Dave were, I was trying to don't shut up. I was talking a little bit, and he goes, you triggered him? Of course I triggered him. So did Kamish. When Kamish came on my live stream, it was a private stream, but I said, yeah, of course. I said, he hasn't done it forever. I told him he never left YouTube because he's back to trolling. And I did a video going on. His channel's dead like mine, just like his Big Mike, his Kuwaiti guy. He's got 13,000 subs. He's got 12,000 subs. It's dead. His channel's dead. Mine's dead. He did some video showing the hunch's plane. So what? He's at the airport. So what? I guess I could do the same thing when the hunch comes. I could stand there and video. So what? Because he works at the airport, he watched the hunch. Probably wasn't on the plane. Who knows if he was or not? I don't know. Because he was stupid to take the other one out, which I told a friend of mine when he took it out. The first one, that doesn't have all the bells and whistles. Of course, that happened when overseas. That's how dumb they are. Say, no, Mr. President, you're not taking it. I know you think it's your little airplane, whatever, but after we paid for the bad boy. I love they kept that plane the way it was, made it into a hotel. I mean, fun as hell. But Hydro has returned. Talk to yourself in the third person, literally third, fourth person. I'm Cowpote. My name is Cowboy. It's Jeff. I don't sit there and Cowpote returns, man. Like, what the hell? But it's pretty funny that he's triggered, that he's back, and I've made all these videos. I love talking about him because he loves it, but he can't handle it. That's why I talking to Eddie on TikTok. We go back and forth. I'd love to get Eddie on. That'd be great. He ain't doing too well. But it was fun to have Kamish on. I get too mad went after Mike's wife at the end, but that's her problem, not mine. I don't do that kind of behavior like Mike does my wife. That's his problem. That's his. I don't retaliate that kind of behavior. That's what he does, and all his butt buddies do. They all go after family. So, but it's good to see Hydro has returned to live streams. I'm not surprised. Because Dave put the clip up. I went through it real quick. I didn't listen. I listened maybe 5 minutes. I went through. He's doing open mic pranks again. It's like, how stupid. Get a damn mixer. Put a cord. Go through your phone. It's like he's got a Yeti mic. Those things are like, that's Debbie Daly used to have one of those. You have a Yeti mic from his phone to an open mic. It's like to a crank mic. And you want to be alive. He's got his what's his name? He's got his headset on, like he's listening to something. He's got a stupid headset from gaming. Of course, he's a gamer. In his apartment, they think behind me when I had my sewing machine was epic. They got all turned that behind him, just full of crap. His apartment complex, his apartment, just full of crap, just full of stuff. It was absolutely hilarious. Sitting in the apartment complex, trotting right along, obese man that he is. I love it. That triggered him. I think it's absolutely hilarious. Triggered podcast. The president's son has that already. But he was, talking to those boys in the band. And the one clip talked to Kamish when he was a young girl when he met her. It's class. He did a mess about me. I did my walk around the cemetery with the thing there, dead channel, all pissed off. I knew that'd trigger him. The one tomorrow, I'm in the other cemetery, and I'm talking. They have taps come out and talking about the guy and smoking a cigar, which I love doing. It's fun to just do stupid videos like that and rip on this guy because he's such a low hanging fruit. Sending people to someone's houses, it pisses me off. Pushing on pictures of children, that's what he does. Plays video game with his butt buddies. They go back to Centralia. They go look for ghosts, which is the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my entire life. What's his name does that? Tampa J does that. It's like, you're just not gonna go looking for, how are you gonna find ghosts? Just walk around in some cemetery? Like when they went to Centralia, Pennsylvania. If I was to go there tomorrow, I would do a separate video on the Centralia, Pennsylvania cemetery. I would run the whole thing, walked them all through and showed them all. It said Centralia, Pennsylvania's cemetery. I would done the whole thing. But he's not smart enough. He went there, like it or not, I don't care what his Kuwaiti buddy says. Bottom line is, they went there because of the New World Order. Plain and simple. It's just fun to troll him. Hydro returns. Like I told you, guaranteed his buddy has got on his phone Hydro. So, hey Hydro, how's it going? How's my hero? You're the funniest guy I've ever seen on YouTube. Hydro. Okay, sir. It's just he does not. Just like with his buddy, Mike does a 4th of July video. I only get 35 views. I get it, man. I got lucky at my car once, 400 and some. Great, because it was the it thing on YouTube because of the Machine National. I mean, that was a fun. That was I put up all my videos are up. My 10 for the other channel. My 1 for this channel was up. I put that one up. 24 minutes, just walking along, talking to people, and having a good time. That was fun. That was a fun show. Street Machine Nationals. It used to be something else before that one. It was just, here's the whole thing of those two shows. I think it's like, back to 50s, it's the little sister of the poor. Okay? So, like, let's just say Minneapolis. He's in St. Paul, but that's the 64 or older. So that's why you see a lot of GTOs. You see a lot of older, 70 vehicles there. So it's like there's a few cars that were there from the 50s, but my next door neighbor has a really nice car. He doesn't like the 50s because they don't allow his car there. He says he has a 73 Cuda, I think it is. It's a beautiful vehicle. So a lot of people. I was telling one lady when I was in the video, and I said, "It's his car." Well, is your name on the title? It better be. I mean, it's like you don't want to go through all the behavior. If he passes on, it's yours instead of having to go through all this other behavior. But it was fun. I walked around. I forgot my water bottle. I had my bottle of water, forgot it. I was like, well, but I got 2 glasses of water, 2 bottles for $5, and not a lot of food, but it was fun. I saw a couple of 65 Pal. I did see a Chaplin, and saw a couple of AMCs. I love AMCs. It reminds me a lot of a Tesla. The Tesla cars, you can tell a Tesla on the highway. So it was really fun to see all these different Chevys. And again, when I was like shooting the 80s, GTOs were like pennies in the dollar. You know, I mean, they were fun. Again, I love to have a GTO collection. That'd been fun to have. Wonder Hussy, when she went up the Route 66, there was a guy that she was with that has over 100 Etzels. I love to have an Etzel collection. There was a very good video on Reno. The guy who built Reno had like 4,000 vehicles in his collection. Obviously, he died. There was another guy, I saw it in Speed Week. He passed away, and what's that city in Mississippi where the Woo was born and Elvis was born? I can't remember what town that was. Tupelo, Mississippi. Type in car museum, Tupelo, Mississippi, and he passed away. And the wife, brought, let's say I'm a big me in or something. I'm a company that sells. So it was the whole thing got broken up. I'd love to be the guy to walk in there, talk to her separately, give her, here's your money for the whole thing, and promote it more, whatever. If I was going to move it, the whole collection goes with me, wherever I want to move it to. But if I can keep it there with the bottom line on his behalf, I'm in my 40s, I can give her a check for $9 million, whatever she wants. She gets the entire money. So it was too bad the whole collection got split up. It was a very good. Look it up. It's on YouTube. I bet the whole Speed Week. It was a shame. I mean, what's that one place I was down there? It's Laura Caverns down there. We were down there. We were in Washington, D.C. It rained. That was fun. There's an old car collection there. A guy. He's dead, but I think he set up the foundation that's still there. It's a really cool toy museum kind of. It was really cool. That was fun to walk through that. Laurel Caverns. That was very cool. But that was it was I'm not saying I'm an expert car people here by any chance. Not far from it. I just like people that preserve. I don't care if it's a 4-door. I mean, it was fun. One time I saw a Chevette there one time. You see a Citation once in a while. You see all these older cars. I haven't seen any Berettas in a long time. I had one of those when my 81 Monte Carlo was the engine went out on it. They had to discuss who was going to pay for it. And I drove one of those for 3 weeks. That was fun. But I like people that preserve old cars. I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's an old Buick 4-door. When someone takes time out of their life to preserve. It's like an old house. There's one off of, I did a video for the Hagee family over in Edina off of Valleyview Road. It's still for sale. It's been gutted out. I'd love to buy that house right on a little pond and just, bring a car guy in there. I mean, a house guy and say, can we keep it or not? And can we, whatever. It's a beautiful, we're on the highway, but it's not a big deal. It's right on a pond there, but it's in Edina. I did a walkthrough for the Hagee family. I walked through it one time for fun. But it was fun. It was a fun car show. I like car shows. So it was good to get over 400 on there for that car show. So I put it out Saturday night. And the beauty of the DJI, you can do as long as I want. So I could have done another one, but I was just getting tired, man. I just, I got lucky. None got any music pop on it. So it's, again, I would tell people to run that place. Try to keep the music low, because if people like myself, other YouTubers that want to come and promote your product, you have to fight the music. I mean, I just talk. I'm straight shoot. Some of the guys will edit them together and whatever else, and I want to keep myself talking, but also have you can hear the video. It's like NASCAR. You can hear the car. So I recommend anybody go to car shows and do a video, whatever else. They're a lot of fun. I think if you keep hope alive, and I go every year to both car shows. Whatever they get, to me, I have, like I remember from the Woo, classic car alert, so it's a lot of fun. Like I said, I wish I had the money to have either a AMC car collection or a Impala collection or Etzel, whatever. You have it, people come for free. Because there's a classic place up in Rogers, I see it. They used to have I think they still do, they've got a Batman car, which I'd love to have. I'd love to have a Batman car. Get one of those, and there's also you get the Wiener Mobile, the Peanut Mobile. You get one of those. It'd be kind of cool to drive that around town. It'd be cool as hell. Get a Wiener Mobile, but the Peanut one's cool too as well. They had it up at Hopkins Theater, Hopkins up before. It's fun. because someone actually had a party barge on a truck. It went past me before I could tell my video, but there was a party barge on top of a truck frame. I love to get a party barge. I still have my old party barge in the weeds behind my house over the cabin. I'll put that on a frame and make it into a mud wrestling. You can go from house to house and say you want to settle a grudge, mud wrestle, and it'd be hilarious as hell. But I did tell the Huss. I sent her an email and she responded back, and I told her she should go back to Slab City because I saw her video on it. And what's her name? Sarah, the other Sarah, Wandering Gypsy went there. And I told her she should go back and do a video on that place because she did one in 2016. And then I told her about Pinball Hall of Fame. I went there for their channel, not a big deal. She was, I said, yeah, people watch that, sweetheart. It's Las Vegas. When she puts Las Vegas in there, she gets a shitload. I said, go there, walk through it, take your time, do a 25-minute video, talk to people. I think people love it. I think promote that thing. People don't know about it. It's fun, regardless of what you think about gambling. It's fun to go there in the morning. You put $10 in, you get $10 in quarters. You put old pinball machines. We've been there twice. But one time I just gave her a 10. She played pinball. We sat there for about half hour, 45 minutes. I did a couple of videos. It was fun. I love the Pinball Hall of Fame, just because you just put quarters in. Everything's just quarters. There's no card. Like when we were in Ocean City, Maryland. Like I said, there's like 3 or 4 arcades. I think there was the one I went to twice. But she did some $5 in quarters. I played for like 20 minutes, and then she came and got me. Because I just was easy to go to. Quarters, walk it, done. But I always tell people, go, what do you mean to gamble? Yeah, there's more to do than gamble. Yeah, I love sitting in the pool. MGM is the best pool around. Greenville Ranch is gangster style, man. Beautiful pool. I'll never forget, there's an Asian woman there. And she had most best apple ass around. Sue Ellen had a few belts. And she goes, you have the most best apple ass I've ever seen in my life. She goes, really? She goes, can I bounce a quarter off your ass? I gave her a $10 bill, and she bounced a quarter right off her ass. So I told a friend I worked with, and I told him that. So I called him quarters. He called me apples. They're on the radio. People, what's that all about? I go, you don't want to know. But he's passed. But she bounced it right off her apple ass at Greenville Ranch. It was the most beautiful, perfect apple ass. She goes, thank you. I go, no. She goes, thank you. Right off her, just boom, bounced it right off her ass. Bouncing quarters off of apple asses in Green Valley Ranch. She was a gorgeous Asian woman. She's about 5'9". Oh my goodness. Oh. But it's fun. I like Green Valley Ranch. I get everything's so expensive there, but it's my favorite place to go to. If I was a single guy, I want a whole week just to relax. I don't want to go anywhere. Green Valley Ranch is my place to go to. You don't need to go to the strip anymore. You don't need everything's right there for a with you. Just relax. The pool, just behave yourself. Have the time of your life. Reno is fun too. It's just it's low buck. You go to South Tahoe, enjoy South Tahoe, and low budget, $10, $20, $15 hands. Just enjoy yourself. It's not about going to Bellagio. It's about having fun at black table with people. Playing roulette, whatever. I get strip. It's just everything is too expensive. Whatever. But it was the car show was fun. Everything else, and busy, but funny. It was funny. It was so hilarious going to that Whipple building. The lady, quit your job. I get you're pissed, but they moved on. They're killing people all over the place right now. But then someone sent me, want me to bring something someplace at like 1:45. I'm like, I can't. I said I talked on Friday, man. I said you're gonna have to. I'll do it tomorrow. I said, I know they're working tonight, but I said, I can't do it. I told you what, email me and can't just do a verbal to me. And I said, I go by email, not by verbals. Oh, okay. But, it's a nice day. It was the heat will finally break. It was hotter on Sunday than Saturday. So it was a nice day for going to the car show. And walking around, talking to people. The beauty of the car show is, hey, I like to talk to people. So it's fun to talk to a lot of car owners between videos. Relax, let the camera cool off a little bit, and just head a water and chat with some people about cars and like-minded people, just like going to boys hockey tournament in St. Paul. It's like-minded people that Let's Play Hockey. They have a big thing there, and people that love hockey are there, and it's a lot of fun. It's kind of like if you go to the Little League World Series or something. I think that's in Pennsylvania. If you went there, it's all about baseball and Little League, and you have like-minded people that go there, and it's fun to do that kind of. It's like going on a message board with bands, you know. So, anyways, but like I said, good to see Hydro has returned. Triggered him to do a live stream. You know, he's out there in the outskirts. Good to see. You know, I appreciate you, Jeffrey. You know, coming over and pissing and moaning and whining about me. And I love trolling you, man. It's just too much fun. You know, you're doing shows for me. Your Jeff Explores podcast, and you know, just trolling right along. Appreciate it. Welcome back to the trolling community. You know, drinking your Coca-Cola diet, obese man in the apartment. I mean, I can be neglected at my place, but I mean, it's just the apartment complex. I guess allegedly, if he's engaged, I don't know who if he is. I'd be surprised. If he's engaged, I want an invitation to go see to be at the wedding. I want to object to say he's mine. We did Hershey Avenue. We synced the brown. He likes the brown eye. He doesn't want to sink the pink. He doesn't want to smash gash. I'll bring Eddie with me, and Eddie will go as a couple. We'll have the time of our life. We'll get in a brawl, you know, whatever. You know, we'll guarantee Big Mike, the Kuwaiti guy, will ask for a green. You have a green card, sir? You in this country illegally? You know, whatever. It'd be funny as hell. If he is engaged, that's what Kamis said. So I don't know if he's engaged. That's a scary thought. I'm just curious if he actually asked his the fiance's family if he could marry her. I mean, you have to have permission. Some of the bride usually. What did I see? Two people got married they both got sentenced like 20 years for drugs. They got married before they went to prison. Good Lord. Anyways, got that all the way, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, let's talk about the Sarasota Tim haters, right? Selective Outrage. You heard the song, opened up the podcast, wrote it while she was finishing up with work, and it gave it to me. Some great lines in there about close to camera, her wanting to be something special, and he's Carl, what the hell his name is again. Russell does stuff, right? Seems like a nice man. Like the other in the show, right? There's some guy, and I'm not going to say his name, I'm not going to put it in there, some predator, right? That New York Daniel has talked. Let's see what he's done today, New York Daniel. Let's see what Life and Vibe has done. Okay? So it's been Selective Outrage, and I get it. I'm on their side. I get it. Stimper fraud. So I guess, so she's talked about this. He claims to have served offensive outcasts, uses slurs and cusses in small child deleted videos. So she put up his video, right? Stolen valid. If it's true, I guess it's not cool, okay? But I get it. And this guy is a predator. Not cool, right? So she's been doing stuff on him, be Selective Outrage. She's looking around because I guess Russell's does stuff was the first one to talk about it. So the New York Daniel jumped on it too as well. They all kind of follow in line. I'm not going to put his name in there, okay? She did like almost a three-hour video on how we wrote history for 30 years, the Offended Outcast crime timeline, okay? So she did a whole 3-hour thing on it, okay? Let's see what New York Dan's doing these days. Let's see what he's doing. If he's still outraging, you know. So he talked about him, yuck, man. So he was talking about that. So whatever he's doing there. Community van on Moon, changes fuels are on, okay. Callaway Big Bertha, firing brand new golf, good for him. You know, whatever he's doing there. He's hitting golf balls, so he's minor incidents. So he's talked about a few times. He's done 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, great. Like I said, I told this to Carl, the Selective Outrage, and I get it. Here's the thing on the predator behavior down in Kentucky, and I'm not trying to lump in all people down south, okay? I'm not trying to lump people in down south, but here's what's uphill battle with predators down south, especially down south. They go by, they bleed, they can breed. What's her name? Loretta Lynn, love her music. You know, just would have loved to meet her. It would have been cool to, let's say, a songwriter, write for her, whatever. Her and Dolly Parton, you know, by my most, I mean, not a big country person, but they're the hell of a singers, right? I mean, hell of a people. They've got good legacy of country music, just like Alabama and Brooks and Dunn, right? I mean, I understand my music and whatever else. She was having children when she was 15. The Hmongs come over, and it doesn't play here with this 15, 16-year-old behaviors. Okay, we have our laws. And down south, the more kids you can have when younger, the better. Okay, and the Catholic community. What's his name? Andy. Look him up. Andy Anderson has went after the Catholic community forever and gotten money. These guys should be taken into shackles and be executed. But they push it from place to place, just like the Boy Scouts. I listened to the thing about the Boy Scouts. They've ruined the Boy Scouts because they didn't get out the predators, right? When I reffed hockey, I told you when we went I was there one day at the one up there in South Minneapolis when I was doing my reffing thing, good 20 years ago, and they had to do a background check. I mean, I got up, there was 10 of us, I think 10 of us at the table. I went to use the bathroom, get a pen, came back with only 8 of us because 2 of them left because they can't have a felon, and anybody has any kind of problem with children, they don't launch in there. You know, they don't do that good enough for schools anymore. They don't do a whole background check. And I'm on their side, but it's an uphill battle. Because down south, it's just, no one really cares. And who was that one guy from Alabama? Friend of the Hunch. He made a comment, I think I've had consented with people. Like, oh, I know I have. Unless I passed out for 2 years and never know the hell was going on in my life. He was one of the senators, was banging somebody on the age. Because they just don't care down south. I'm sorry. Not all. I'm not trying to lump you in, but that's how they are in Alabama and Arkansas or down south, Kentucky down there. Hey, you want to bang my daughter as long as you give me some youngins? That's right. She's menstruating. Come on, let's go at it. That's the problem down there. And there's me, the protectors. Like I told Dave one time, and I talked to Carl. It was a Denver... They were doing the like the one guy was doing a Catch a Predator. They were doing that, and their channel would take it down. I never forget one. They come up this house, a guy my age, maybe a little older. It'd be kind of like Sue Ellen would say. Let's say she catches me eating in Burger King, right? I'm not supposed to, right? Or I got a Mountain Dew in my car. What's that doing in there? You know, I told you not to do that. I didn't get rid of the evidence, right? I had the Burger King wrapper in there, and she's like, I told you don't eat at Burger King. You got to watch your, whatever, right? Or I'm smoking, right? I'm not supposed to be smoking. I have smoke on my whatever. So they go to a house, and the guy comes out and, hey, I'm Michelle, whatever. I mean, blah blah. So the guy's standing there, and he's trying to explain himself, and the wife comes out, right? And she goes, I told you to stop doing it. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, I guess if I did something that foolish, I wouldn't be talking right now. I wouldn't be married to her. That's a one-time no thank you. Okay? But that's what people, they protect these people. And if me and Carl were doing that in Illinois, we'll go setting up a sting someplace, our channel would take it down. There was some guy some kid shot him because he did a thing or something, and that's a problem. You go to these houses, guys my age, you never know. They all of a sudden they see the light flash with their very eyes. The camera's on. They take out a rifle and a pistol and they shoot you. And then I'm on their side, but it's Selective Outrage on YouTube, and I totally understand Russell, and your Dan jumps on it, and Life and Vibe. But it's whatever. Let's get outraged about something on YouTube, and it's just the same behavior. And he was bitching about her ripping on a veteran. Russell, lean in and listen. Lean and listen, sweetheart. It's an uphill battle. Okay, uphill battle with her. It's not a lie, it'll be the truth. She's suing Sarasota Tim. Gonna go to court. YouTube is this woman's life. I love YouTube. I've always loved making videos. Like I said, I made 11 videos. One on this channel, 10 for the other one. I'm gonna be going to Orange Beach here around my birthday. We're going to go down there and hang out. We're going to fly into Nashville. We're going to rent a car. We're going to drive down Orange Beach. We're going to stop at a 2-hour drive down. We're going to watch. We're going to go to that lost luggage. I'm looking forward to making a video there. It's going to be fun. I've always wanted to go to the store. I've seen videos on it. I can't wait to do it. Okay? I enjoy it. And there's a lot of creepy people on here on this video website that, people they don't check IDs. They don't check IDs. They don't. And who was it? I think John Hagee one time found some guy named Cowboy Up, I think it was. And he was a total loser. Predator as well. And he called him out and that guy left. And I think Evil Anus one time was going after somebody, whoever it was. Again, I get it. He's a YouTuber. Do you want to go after the guy? And I get that outrage. But I'm just curious if Russell would worry about anything in his community. New York Dan, would anybody in his community, would he give money to a charity? Would he go help out the Boy Scouts? Would he do anything to help someone in his community? But it's whatever you get. It's the piggybacking. I just told who the guy was, but I'm not going to put it in my notes. I'm not going to put it in there. I'm not going to put him in lights. And if he's stealing valor, that's his own dad. It's wrong, but it's a bigger fish to fry. But this behavior down south of Kentucky, they don't care. They don't care. Loretta Lynn, who's the one, RACPT, what's her name? The hell's that singer? She passed away a couple years ago. RACPT, what the hell her name is? She was in Blues Brothers. Beautiful young woman, pretty big woman, but she was a good singer. She was having children when she was 16. No one cares. The monks come to town here. And because they're like 18, 19, they're banging someone with 13. Well, that's okay. And I guess your neck of the wood, not here in this country. All right. But people love to get outraged. Just like Ray Rice from the Baltimore Jaguars. Ray Rice, who, and that bloody white suit. The NFL, okay, the punch, right? But they need to be outraged when they saw the punch. Then they had a problem. When they saw the punch in the elevator, which you knew was out there, because when you're in that elevator, the casinos are recording you. Unless you're in your room, which somebody's probably do. But when I told my wife, when that happened, I said, there's a video of that punch. I said, I guarantee it. She said, I said, yeah, they're in the elevator for Christ. He pulled her out of the elevator. Sure enough, that video got released. He just sideswiped her with his left hand, just knocked her unconscious. And then there was outrage because you saw the punch. You saw the punch. So these three buffoons jumped on that wagon with this guy, and her Sarasota Tim will wait, and people will apologize for this guy down south. And I don't always give a hall pass. I get your military veteran doesn't always mean you can do things. It's not a hall pass. I appreciate your service. It does not mean you get an extra attaboy. Okay? And if he's stealing valor, that's his own problem. But I don't think in Virginia Beach she would actually go do something substantial to help out her community. I don't think so. I don't think she would. I don't think she cares. I mean, it's just this outrage to with Sarasota Tim and everything else, and then with this predator. But with her, she knew no wrong. She's just gonna sit there and be a bitch. That's all she's gonna do. I'm sorry, sweetheart. I'm sorry. She's like a nice man, but in New York, Dan isn't socialized. He jumps on Nomadic Fanatic if he watches Blind Views. He gets the close-up camera view from Blind Views. That's why he has the camera up close. That's what Blind Views does. Up close camera, leans into it. He's leaving the house, going outside. But it's just the selective outrage. Let's be selective. Okay, let's get outraged over something on YouTube, and I get it. There's a lot of people on YouTube that do all this stupid stuff. Okay, that do. I get it. I've talked about it, but I care about people outside my house, in my neighborhood, in the city of Hopkins, in Minneapolis, St. Paul, in the state of Minnesota, anywhere else. Things that I can control in my life, not this, this behavior of worrying about YouTubers. And I get it. I'm not. You make sure your children are safe, but this behavior with with this guy, and all three people all of a sudden start whining about the guy because they see something, then they comment on it. You know what I'm saying? It's hilarious. There's all the commentary channels. It's like Pass-Through Productions. I feel sorry for them. They have to watch Carpetbagger and Tampa J, who's extremely boring. I feel so. Hey, Wonder Hussy did a filler video. She did her Route 6, and what is she doing? I mean, I sent an email. I told her. I said, let me see what she. I know she did one. It was kind of a filler video. She's kind of waiting. I don't think she's going to. Only 24,000. It's a shame of her last one. It was beer. She's kind of just killing time. That one that when she went to the world's biggest rail yard. I was been there tonight. That was a good video. Switching a drone. Then the road trip part 3, only 21K. It's just too long. 115, just way too long. So she's trying her hardest, and I get it, man. But she should have done that by herself. And took her time, like Carpetbagger's doing right now. Him and Jenny Penny, and that's great. But she's all about getting money. Because what does she have? She's got the calendar, which I would care less about. PayPal, Fakerbook, Instagram, Venmo, Twitter, and her website. Give me money. Her address right here to get stuff for free. I sent her a Speckly Sports hat and a shirt. I get it, but it's never be ending with her. It's never going to be ending. Asking for money. I feel sorry to ask for money. I really do. I ask for a raise. Okay, but it is what it is. I laugh sometimes. I cry with the haters, the selective outrage. Especially the stalking of the Hydro. Hydro returns. I don't know. I just sometimes, man, it's never ending, But I do appreciate you come to all the videos. I really do. It's fun to do some trolling going on. But every time the Aero guy comes over, I always have to release his stuff because he swears all the time. He swears. Every time. He can't just say something, So it's always funny as hell. They have it tomorrow. Rest in peace. That one's tomorrow. Then he did an audio that comes out on Wednesday. I don't know the end of that. Who knows? But like I said, the national, it's got 483 listens. What did I see when I looked at it? It was I love looking at analysts. There's been I made $2.20. 43 hours of watch time. It's pretty good. Let's go see. Let's go look real quick where you guys all coming in from. You got Spotify, Edge, Apple, iVox, Transit. I still love Tesla. Chrome, and get by to still TeslaMotors.com. That's so hilarious. United States, South Africa, United Kingdom, Turkey, Russia, SEY, I have no idea. Let my people go! Israel, Argentina, don't cry for me. You didn't win. Was it Brazil that won or Spain? That's right. Is Spain on here? Let me see. Spain won. Vietnam, Uzbekistan, Pakistan, Peru, Netherlands, Kenya. I just love it. It's so hilarious to see those countries coming in. California, New York, Minnesota, Iowa, Wisconsin, Ohio, Virginia, Illinois, Tennessee, Missouri, and Pennsylvania. Minnesota, Minneapolis, twice, and others. Iowa, KUOKUK, twice. Thank you so much. Missouri, New London, Wisconsin, across the border, Milwaukee Beer, Illinois, Peru, New York, and Westboro and Brooklyn, the Gingerbread House. Go check out it's got to be on YouTube. Gingerbread House, New York. That's really cool. Virginia, Fitchburg, and Tennessee is Nashville. But let me see. And California is San Diego, Cowpote approved, and Happy Camp. I love San Diego. If I was going to go, Virginia Beach is my closest. I love San Diego because you got the zoo and you got La Jolla was fun to bike to. You want to bike all week for like $50 to bike all over Creation. Go to Old Town. The baseball's in town. Go watch the Pods. Virginia Beach, you go see the AAA baseball team. That's a fun park. I live close. I go there a couple games. Only like $8, whatever to go. That was fun. But we did nothing to watch. She goes, I go, I'm going to watch the Yankees and the Yen and the douchebags, right? And these guys are. My brother-in-law is blind, so he likes to listen to baseball. They literally bullshit. It was Hershiser, Clemens, and then CC Dispatch was downstairs. Was down by the thing, and they literally talked for like 2 batters, didn't say squat. They were just reminiscing, like podcasting. Feeble old men, okay, paint drying. Okay, it's the Yankees, and they started talking about Jackson. I get it; he's a very important guy. They just went on and on and on. My God, so this is why we don't watch baseball. And then they questioned the strike call. It was a strike, and then just saying, "Oh my God!" I'm like, "Oh my word!" Now you know why I don't watch baseball. I mean, Ted's a Mets fan, masturbator fan. He's beside himself. The masturbators. Let's see if Ted's around. Ted the talking head. Ted, let's see if he's around. Ted. Let's see if he's around. Watch the phone. I go, hey, I'll reset the phone. What's wrong? It doesn't work. Ted the talking head. Nope. Sometimes I get him, sometimes I don't.
What's happening?
Well, thanks for calling the show. How you doing?
Good, man. I'm just strumming the guitar.
Oh, some of the guitar. So thanks for calling Fearmonger Radio.
Yeah, I was calling and strumming at the same time.
Nice. So we watched some feeble old men yesterday. It was the Yen and the douches.
Yeah.
So she goes, "What are you doing?" I said, "Well, there's nothing on." So I said, she threw me the thing, and I'm watching the Yen. Right? It's I call it the parking ramp. That's what I call it. Okay. So I'm watching. So there they have Oral Hershiser. Clemens is in the box right there. They're up there talking, right? And then CK, what's his name? What's his name? He played for the big Yankee guy. He played for the Indians. What was his name? Sebastian.
CC Sabathia.
Okay, he's downstairs. Talking. So these 4 idiots are like in a podcast mode. So what's his name? 42. What the hell's his name again? Jackson. What the hell was his name?
Rivera.
No, what's the 42? The number they retired. What's his name?
Jackie Robinson.
Okay, Jackie Robinson. What's name comes on, they talk about. So that they literally talked for a whole inning, and I get it about the guy. He's a big part. Meanwhile, it's strike one. No one says nothing. They literally didn't say who came up the whole inning. They didn't say anything. All they did was like, oh, he grounds out. They were just too busy talking about other things, and they didn't bother to say. I know it's baseball, it's not football, but I'm like, it made it uninteresting. This is the Dodgers and the Yankees. And they couldn't even I get you talking about it. They were telling stories. Clemens was, and Sebastian was, and or Hershiser was. But it's like, hey, how's this? When the guy comes up, hey, blah, blah, blah. They didn't do anything. I mean, they did that for an inning and a half. I just take this out of my hand. I'm going to kill myself. I can't do this. I could not do this.
That's what happens when you get some baseball guys together.
Oh my God!
They're not really too worried about the play-by-play. 9 innings.
Oh my God! I wanted to kill myself. I'm like, come on! I mean, I watched your Mets one time on the Masturbators, and they were really good at talking, but also doing a little bit of both. You know what I'm saying? There was none of this. Just forgetting that they're even watching the damn game. There's a guy on TikTok who tends to be the announcers. It's hilarious. And there's one, I think the Philly guy with Truck. What's his name? What's his name?
John Kruk.
He does those guys, how they talk and they BS while they're doing stuff. It's pretty funny. Yeah. He's pretty funny. Truck is just a total idiot. It's pretty entertaining. But I watched your Masters one time, and the guy was, he explained who came up, and they talked about something. They kept you informed. If my brother-in-law was watching that game blind, which he is, he would have no idea who came up. They didn't say anything. For an inning and a half, they just all three, blah blah blah. They were talking about Jackie Robinson. I get it. But let's get to the game. I'm like, really? Then I looked at it. This is why I don't watch baseball. Then, it was a strike, and he called ball, so they quickly looked. It was a strike, But it's like, oh, come on, it's so childish. That man on second base, that really threw me for a loop. When they did the man on second base, that threw me for a loop. I just could not handle that behavior.
It's tough. You got to get into it.
Yeah.
It's dog days right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you have big Yankees Dodgers, so that was a good series.
Mm-hmm. So I see Double Deuce on Wednesday. Camps open up. Your thoughts?
Oh, NFL?
Mm-hmm. Nashville
Wow.
fix it.
Wow. This early?
Mm-hmm. Opens up.
I don't know, man. I'm not hearing anything about nothing. Nothing out of the Jets. It's all Mets Yankees right now.
How are your masturbators doing? The Mets?
They're last place.
Still?
Yeah.
It's all over? It's crying the tears?
Oh, it's over. Yeah, it's over. We're going to Cleveland and Pittsburgh in August to see
Oh,
it.
that's right. That's going to be fun.
Yeah. So we'll see how that goes. But I'll probably be wearing my Bad News Bears jersey with my Met hat. That way I don't get beaten up.
Exactly.
So.
All right. Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
Time of your life. I see.
Oh, yeah.
I see your boy, the Hunch, was at the soccer game, the championship game. He was there.
Yeah, man. Photobombing. You see him photobombing the pictures and shit?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Amazing.
He was
amazing.
He was getting booed and stuff. So.
Yeah.
But when they hit soccer, the NFL is using their lingo by saying the tournament. No, it's the playoffs, and they use that. Well, no, we have the tournament. No, it's the playoffs. It's just like you're not like sissy ball. It is the playoffs, not the tournament. I hear them say all the time in the NFL. And now we have 14 teams now in the tournament. Now they want to expand the sissy ball to more teams. It's like, no, let's not be like pumpkin ball in college where they have these all these stupid, keep adding,
Yeah. I mean, that's what Parcells used to call it.
The tourney, yeah.
The tournament before, when everyone said playoffs, he was calling it tournament.
So. I understand.
Whatever.
I know.
Yeah, that's
What
Parcells.
I think is they need to expand the roster to what is it? What's the roster of the National Major League Baseball? 50. No, 50. No, I'm talking Major League bums. What is the?
26.
Okay, so here's what I think they should do. Take my advice. I said speed it up for how long? I mean, how many years did I say speed it up? I mean, bitch. Go to 35 on the roster. And then you have more double headers and get it done by end of August, and we're in the books by September. Be done with it. Your thoughts?
Yeah, well, they should do that, but you could do it with if you got double admission, double headers.
And in between, have a concert. You bring on a stage, and they can have a concert real quick.
Well, if you're going to do single admission, that's one thing, but you're losing money doing that. So the way to do it is kick the people out after the first game, and then get the people in for the second game. So you're getting double parking,
right?
Double concessions, because you're losing a home game by doing that.
Correct. I understand, but let's get it over with.
And sadly, the union has to agree on it. The players' union has to agree on these double headers.
Yeah, F them. Do you think they're going to be on strike?
Do I? I think there'll be a stoppage for a little while.
Remember when NBA was...
I don't think they're ever going to get a cap.
You remember when Pumpkin Ball NBA was going to strike? The guys like, no, don't, because they knew they had no money. The players spent all their money. They knew that.
Yeah, the MLB has a war chest,
Correct.
The players' union, but, I don't know.
I thought of you today. I had to go over to the Whipple building where the ice are. That's where they had all the problems,
Yeah.
So I'm pulling about 4 old ladies that I should be playing pinochle, right? And they're sitting there across from the road. We had to go drop off some TVs. I had to go back again. And they're holding signs, like 4 ladies. They've got a tent and they have whatever and pointing at me, quit your job. And I looked at it, I'm like, I don't work for the government here. I'm just doing some work.
Yeah.
So I came back in and she apologized to me, waved at me. I go, that's fine, man. I don't know why you're yelling at me, man. She must have Googled the company. I'm like, I'm just dropping something off. And I pulled through and the guy goes, I apologize. Oh, she's just a free country. I said, sir, if this was any other country, she'd be dead by now. So she would.
Yeah.
I said, I get it. doing they have the sign, quit your job, and I get it, but the ICE has pretty much moved on from Minnesota. They're killing people in other cities right now, so it's like they moved on from here. I get you're there. I'll never forget when Northwest Airlines was on strike about 25 years ago. There was the last guy off the French Road there, who was the last guy that was stood there he was on his little table for about a year after everyone left. He just was the last holdout, so. But it was fun. I'm like, I'm just delivering the product. Like we did some work at the University of Minnesota last year. They're on strike, and I had to go through the strike line. I said, "Hey, I'm sorry." The guy had to pull her away. She started hitting my vehicle. I go, "Let's not do this." I said,
"Yeah,
I'm sorry." I go, I got to drop something off. I know what you're doing here. She was standing in front of the truck. I inched her, so he kind of pulled her off. And he waved at me. She was just the cops had to come over and talk to her. And I waved at both of them. I said, thanks. We're a union shop. I get it. I don't like crossing union lines. But it's like, when we were in Oklahoma, when I was 12, my dad, we didn't go to a restaurant. I go, why? Because it's union and I can't cross those lines. He goes, I'm not going to cross a union line. And they were on strike, Yeah. He wouldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? So that's my dad was. It's just like remember when just knocked the ball down? Remember with, the one with the Green Bay Peanuts Packers in Seattle, and it was a non-union referees. Union men cross union lines. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean you'll always have that. But the bottom line is, it's like, why'd you cross a union line? You're supposed to union man, right? You should have said, listen, we're not going to go to games until you get that done. Captain America got that done. They got it done this year. They got it done. But that play was upheld by a union man. They had a real referee upstairs. But remember just knocked the ball down. Remember that? Knocked the ball down.
Not too difficult.
That was hilarious. That was a great. I remember that game. I think I won my bet because of that.
You have money trading hands on all that stuff.
Oh yeah. Well, every time a backdoor cover or they go over the over, I always think there's money going. I used to have.
You're probably right.
Oh God! I look at my wife, and we were watching a game one day, and and I had the cover. It was New England was playing Minnesota, and they scored a touchdown or something at the end or something. I think I had some in New England covering or something, and they went over the cover or something and the over. So Brady ran it in for the touchdown at the end. Like about 3 minutes left, and I looked and I go, I win. She goes, what? I go, he went over the cover, and the over was 48 or something. And I said, I guarantee it. I've been in Vegas enough. I've been in Green Valley Ranch. I love going there, and all of a sudden it's like they go over. It goes over the cover, man. And it's like I tell them, I said, cover. I said, or over the over. People love the overs. I said, when you're in a casino and something happens, because every play makes somebody happy or mad every time, because it affects somebody. Because now they have side bets. I was listening to the golf.
When you're crying, somebody's cheering.
Correct. Well, when I caddied in big golf games, and Mr. Parker was a great guy, and he goes, Cowboy, every shot makes somebody happy and somebody pissed, because they played for big money. And there was always some shot, a putt would go in, and you see the guys this big deep breath. It was $500. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Because some of those guys used to pay $1 a yard, so it was a 420-yard hole. It was $1 a yard. So that's the whole one. Whatever you were playing for, that's how much you played for per hole.
That's a lot.
Oh, and then you would have automatic presses. If you're down 2, you play automatic press. So if you're pressing, it's for $550. It's for $1,100. So it was that's the kind of, as you got down the last 4 holes, a lot of money got changed hands. So only certain guys would be in these certain groups, because you didn't want to be blamed for doing something stupid. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, 100% on that.
But that was always fun to get in those groups. But
yeah, and you get tipped nice too.
Oh yeah. Some of those guys. I saw guys writing checks. It isn't like we played. Me and my nephew played buy a pop at the end. And piss them on the loss. But a pop is one thing. But I don't think I've lost more than $2 on a golf game. I like it too much to. When I do my over-unders, I go down to the casino. I play $50 Sunday in Las Vegas. I'm not pulling out $1,000 to bet on baseball. I'm not doing it. On football, I like it too much.
Well, that's the thing. It's like fantasy football. I played it last year. It does make you pay more attention to what's going on.
Well, I have a friend of mine. They have a group of like 20 guys, and I made him a trophy. It's like a football. My brother-in-law made it. It's a football, and then a hand comes up with a football, right? It's a championship. They don't play for any money.
Yeah.
They play for the trophy, and whoever wins the tournament has the fantasy football. They have to have a party at his house. Then last place is a toilet seat.
Right.
So they do. You pick an offensive line that if it gives up a sack, no sacks, you get certain points. So they have different kind of. A friend of mine, he has a computer that does it all for him, and the website they go to. So they have, to them, is no money. The point is, you don't want the toilet seat, but you want that trophy.
I mean, you play to win the game.
Yeah, but there's no money exchange his hand. They have all these different stuff where you can pick a punter, you can have a kickoff guy, whatever, they get a touchdown, whatever. All this different side stuff for fun. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They encourage trading. You get points if you trade, or I don't know, but there's no money value. It's all point. You don't want that toilet seat. You don't want the toilet seat.
Yeah.
Because
when we played football last year, no money, just for fun.
Yeah.
Bragging rights, and then we had played baseball like years ago, like around 9/11 time, and it was $20 a guy. It was no big deal, $20, for the whole season, and then we threw in things like if someone on your team threw a no-hitter or, a perfect game, obviously, or a hit for the cycle,
right?
Those super special rare things, everybody had to chip in $5 to the guy who had that guy on his team.
Correct.
So it kind of made it interesting when you had your Randy Johnson throw a perfect game, or so-and-so hit for a cycle, you get it,
Right.
No, it's just all. No one's going broke over $20, right. And no one's going broke over an extra $5.
Some people play fantasy football. They have no business playing it, and they just, every Monday morning, they're pissed because they lost money. That's no fun.
No.
Like, I'll never forget Pete Rose. There was a Shy Hustle, and it's a scene in the movie. And he goes, Pete, let's go watch Boston and the Lakers are on. He goes, no, I don't have any money on it. I don't want to watch it. I mean, it was just the classic phrase.
Yeah.
It was like, I looked at my wife. I go, that's the problem. I said, I worked at Hopkins Theater. And the guy that ran the place, I learned the over and under, which I followed ever since I knew him, because it was fun to follow them when I was younger. Now, no money, but just he would win big in the afternoon, and he'd lose it all, and then he'd lose in the second half. His wife would come in looking for money, because he was always he would get so riled up with the money he lost. He would get so riled up. The wife would come in looking for money, because he was just constantly gambling. You know what I'm saying?
Well. Especially when you're chasing.
Oh God, I could not imagine. I've been to the horse track a couple times, and a bunch of guys my age, they're all their stuff. They're all talking. They're all looking for the best horse and whatever, the long shot, and they're chasing their money. These horse racing guys, because that's a major addiction, because horse racing is all over the world. And Canterbury, and there's the horses racing in Japan and all over the place. You can bet on horses everywhere. Not just Canterbury. So, and I get dog racing is that's impossible to bet on. You'd have no idea. These dogs.
No. That's all whatever. Fixed like Highlight used to be, and all that shit.
So I'm doing a podcast here about the haters real quick. So you know what Selective Outrage is, right? You know what that is, right?
Yeah.
Okay, it's both sides of the aisle, right? Whatever you want to be, just like with the ICE thing here. All of a sudden you may not care, but all of a sudden because everybody else, what you see in the front page, you don't read behind. So there's some guy who's a predator, and they're all these three people decide to jump on the same wagon. Okay, why about this guy? Put his name in there and whatever else. It's like, I get you're pissed at the YouTube guy, but what about your own community? You know what I'm saying? They're because they're looking at YouTube as their outlet. Selective Outrage, and I get the guys.
Over what? What are they mad at?
Because the guy's a predator, and he's a YouTuber, and he's allegedly stealing valor, and he's an a-hole, and I get that.
Yeah.
But it's YouTube. They don't check. They don't do background checks people on the platform, but all you're doing is promoting him, because not all people down south, but you're an uphill battle with under the age, because down there, like Alabama, it's consensual, like 16. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you're fighting that battle, of his behavior. You're fighting that battle.
Yeah.
That people don't care. What's the name? Loretta Lynn was having children at 15. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What's her name? The RACSCPT, what her name was. She was like 16 having children. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like
the South, believe it or not, has changed a lot. It's definitely not the what do you call it, George Wallace South of the 60s.
Right.
You know, it's very, very different, you know. So, you know, it's definitely not so everything's all built up down here. Like I feel bad for them because people can't afford homes.
Yeah, I know.
And everybody's fleeing from the Northeast because of the taxes and the communism, but they'll still vote Democrat. That's how stupid these people are.
Well,
but,
the guy,
you know what I mean?
The guy that's
been from $15,000, $20,000 a year taxes to come down here where it's like $2,000.
Right.
You know, and they're taking all their money and buying everything up, so the houses now are $700,000.
That's too bad. Well, the guy that has been on my show a few times. What the hell's his name again? I can't remember what his name is, but he's from the Carolinas. I met him through YouTube, and he sees my videos where I'm walking through the woods and I'm on my bike, and he goes, "They don't have that green grass down here in the Carolinas. You know what I'm saying? They don't have what you have in Minnesota." You know what I'm saying?
I mean, North Carolina has a lot,
right?
But but wherever there's an opening, they're just building.
Yeah, that's what he said. That's exactly. Well,
they're building more apartments because they're realizing the money's in for a developer or an owner. The money's in the apartment.
Correct, because you get that residual.
And they're basically buying it for you, and you make money on it.
Well, that's why they're building a lot of retiree ones up here too in Minnesota too. A lot of retirees do want to stay in Minnesota. They want all the amenities without the lawn. So
that's correct.
If I was a developer up here in Minnesota, there's a lot of places. If I'm a building, a building tomorrow, tear it down. There's a place up there in Albertville. There's the mall's got two on the other street no one goes to. I'd rip that down and put over 65 in there with all the amenities. I guarantee I'd fill it up because they love. The ones that are healthy, like Minnesota, because they like whatever they enjoy the winters. They enjoy what they're doing. And I get that.
Yeah.
But the over 60 stuff, if you can build stuff like that, those are a guarantee, especially down south. All the amenities, the pool, the security, the weight room, all that stuff.
Yeah, the golf course.
Yeah, so that's what they want. That's what they like. That's what I be building. So, because there was an apartment that started on fire over in St. Louis Park off of Highway 7. I saw it was an older one, a stick building. When that thing happened, the guy was, again, people can't have good things because what was he doing? Grilling out on the apartment, started on fire. Saw that fire. I drove by it today. I'm like, that's nice. An older building, too. It's an old stick building. One of those stick buildings catch on fire.
Yeah, man, they go up quick.
Because a lot of time they're building, they put steel in the outer part. But once it's an old one, I saw that. People lost everything. One guy goes, I have a wedding in a month and a half. Everything's gone because somebody was out on the deck grilling out and whatever. It's like, it pisses me off. That kind of stuff happens.
It's a shame, man, because people just can't listen to the rules. They tell you no propane, they tell you no barbecues.
Right, but they do it anyways.
But people don't listen to that.
Nope. But I despise selective outrage on either side of the aisle. Because whatever is put in front of you, whatever you read, you see in front of you. If it's Drudge Report or whatever, if you're liberal or you're Republican, no one has any morals anymore to what's wrong. You read, you travel, you meet people, you see something, say something, right? You know what I'm saying? It's period. But there's some YouTuber who's a total moron. But one guy finds it, the haters find it, they piss him on about it. They're selective about it. And it's like, okay,
It's like that Nick Shirley guy. Who's uncovering all the fraud, like in your state, California.
Yes.
Right now, if he was uncovering fraud about Republicans, the Democrats would say he needs to be heard. He's the truth.
Correct.
All this stuff. But since it's against Democrats, they're like, he's a fraud. They don't know what he's talking about. He shouldn't be listened to.
I agree.
It's all a joke. It's all a joke.
It's just like when like Barrera always said, he goes, when it comes to either side of the aisle, it's whatever gorge is whoever's pig is being gored. You know what I'm saying? Whoever's there to be picked. Whatever else in the outrage, Republican guy cheating on his wife. Well, then now if it's Democrat, you know what I'm saying? Then it's both sides of the aisle. It's like if you're a moral person, it's not very Christian to be doing. You be either side of the aisle. You piss and you moan. I get it. You can't both ways. I totally agree. I know how the Democrats are. They get on their high and mighty. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they get on their high and mighty. But you know what? I like them where they are. Stay the hell up there. Crime infested, high taxes. They want more. They can all stay there. Don't come here. We don't want them here. But seriously, we don't want them. They're putting things in place that they're hurting them when they come down here. Yankee tax, all this stuff. So Gonna make them pay for coming down.
Right.
But that's how it goes.
So you're looking, when do you go on your cruise?
We are going October.
Okay.
October 15th.
I see.
But that's for our anniversary.
Let's see. Cool.
But 35th anniversary.
I was looking at, I saw, what's his name? John Cougar was in town, and he did 2 90-minute kind of.
Yeah, you see the set list? Holy mackerel!
But he played Jack and Diane, and he did it a cappella.
Yeah.
Instead of, okay, like my brother-in-law loves BTO, right? Loves them. And Rocket on the Highway, great song. You hear that song, you turn it up because it's a great song. He goes and see him, okay? He's a drummer, right? Loves BTO. He plays that song a cappella. They played that song, okay? What you do is you play that song correctly the first time.
Yeah.
Then at the end of the show, hey, let's see if you can pick this one out. And you play that a cappella. Then people can appreciate it. You don't play that like that when they want to hear that song. That's your main song.
Yeah.
But he did Jack and Diane a cappella.
Yeah.
It's like, just play that the way it is, and you're set. He did like a 90-minute, then he took a break, came back to another one.
Yeah, I mean, the set list was almost 30 songs.
Yep, so he's got to...
Of like every song you've ever heard.
Yeah, he finally got smart and play the Authority song. He didn't want to play that. And it's like, listen, who's that one guy? He passed away. He was pissed. He didn't like the song, but he died of a heart attack in Las Vegas. Cherry Pie, okay? He hated the song, but I'm going to myself, you know why I'm reading your obituary in USA Today? Because of that song. So be happy that people talk about it.
That's the only song they had.
I think he had something else. The point is, he didn't like it, but why are we talking about you right now on this podcast? Why am I reading your obituary in the USA Today?
Yeah.
Because the one song he didn't like, Warrant was it, and the guy passed away with a heart attack.
Jamie something was his name.
And he whined. It's like, George sings Bad the Bone every time. He loves it. He sings it for you, like it or not. He sings it. And same thing with when we talked with Tom Petty passed away. We spoke on the phone. He said something in an interview. I have played Here Comes My Girl and other songs many times, but I make sure I sing it. People that haven't heard me live want to hear it.
Yeah.
And he knew that, and that really I went out and bought his 4 CD greatest hits because of he said that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And his live stuff is different.
Yeah, I never got a chance to see him live. I did. I got his album, Damn the Torpedoes. I love that. I love the video. Here Comes My Girl. Just how he's walking on the stage singing it. It's a great.
Yeah.
You got lucky. I like that song. Another one. If you get a chance, go Google Runaway Trains on YouTube. It's a great song. It's a very hidden gem. Runaway Train. Great. There's one where he has pictures with people is along. He has him and Bob Seger, but it's a great song. It's just kind of like it's a song that you remind me of Hellbound Train from George from Half Boy Half Shit. Just the same kind of deep track like Hellbound Train. I talked to when I had the saxophonist on my podcast. He said that's kind of he goes, I know you like that song, but it'd be a hard song to play live. He said you could, but it wouldn't have the same. The same thing with the drum. He goes, but you could play it. He goes, I go, you sound like your saxophone's the gates of hell. And he goes, absolutely.
Yeah.
But that's a great song. I Hellbound Train. It's a great song. It's so good. That's the way the drum starts off, and the saxophone's like the gates of hell, and
Yeah, but they don't play that stuff.
No, he won't. I mean, the last good song I ever heard from him was Treat Her Right in Las Vegas in 2000. It's the last time I ever heard anything else. And he played Boogie People at the State Fair 3 years ago. I was shocked when I heard Boogie People. I'm like, really?
Yeah.
Because one time I heard...
He doesn't play Tail Dragger anymore.
Hey, that's too bad. Great song.
Yeah. There's a lot of... I mean, if you don't start drinking, you don't hear that anymore. That's a great song. Live, that's a great song. You talk too much, great song. Live doesn't play it.
He could play 30 songs. He could give you 90 minutes and then come back in another 90 minutes. I could do a set list for him.
Yeah. Like I'm going to see Skinner even though it's not Skinner, but I'm going on Friday. in Charlotte.
I thought they said they were going to quit to him. Remember that? It was like,
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. And they're making money.
Of course.
But
It's a
I gotta
tribute.
tell you,
It's a tribute.
they're, as a band, a live band,
Of course.
they're smoking, man.
Oh, of course. I mean, they know what they're doing. They practice like Bruce Springsteen. It was very good. I don't like the guy, but he did a very good video. They would practice before they went anywhere. They practice and practice. Have you heard the Rolling Stones' new CD?
No.
It's not that great. There's like 2 good songs on there, and it's forced. The one he did with McCartney was good. The first one, but after that, it was just like really forced, really old. They're best with the blue, but it's like, I'm sorry, you guys, it just was not done. Didn't have the soul to it, you know. It was like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I listened on YouTube. Like, no, I'm sorry. I love the blues one. I love they covered some blues. It was really, really well done. But this new one they have, not even close. Maybe 2 good songs. Just like I remember when what the hell was her name? Stevie Nicks did an album about 25 years ago with maybe 2 good songs. I just threw it away. I was so pissed. I was so mad. She had 2 good songs. I just tossed it. Boston, their final album, they had 2 good songs on there. I just threw it away. There was 2 good songs in there, and that was it. It's like, really? That's what you're going to give me? Like Melissa Etheridge, her newest stuff, I listened to it, nothing special. She got rid of her old band, and then she's not like she used to be.
Nah, dude, she's making the money.
Yeah,
they're, like you said, they like the stamp. They go out to hear the cheers, make some money with some T-shirts.
Well, even Paul Stanley said, well, people, we get new stuff, we want to hear Strutter. Well, maybe take your time writing some good songs, just like Bruce.
Yeah.
I like Bruce, but his Letter to You, great CD. I mean, I thought it was very good. Well done. He did a great job on Letter to You. Very, very good. He took his time on it and wrote something substantial. Magic was good, but people don't anymore. They don't take their time. That's why Schuler's CD was horrible, because he went to different. He didn't sit in one studio, and not the original band. They're not tight. You know what I'm saying? He went to different studios. You have to have one studio, and that's where you go to. And you have to have one.
He's got it tough. Not tough because he's got it good. But I'm saying, when he's off, I'm sure the last thing he wants to do is be playing for, like, in a bar or something after he's had all this great travel and nice venues, and your equipment is set up for you and stuff like that. It's probably hard to go, with your own band on your downtime.
Well, he's with George. That's the problem. It's ruined his band. We all know there was a great band.
Yeah, they were good, man.
Well,
they were really good.
I appreciate you calling the show, coming on, talking a little sports, talking music. You should go see Chris Isaak if you ever get a chance.
Okay, will do.
You'll like him because he'll kick your ass, and then he'll go a little slow. And I saw him in Reno. Chris Isaak is really good. You can tell he likes. He has a good time. The women love him. He's very, very good.
Yeah,
he's got a lot of good stuff. So, anyways, I hope all is well.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Thanks for coming.
So, we'll talk football. We'll talk football when it comes up.
All right.
So, I'm going to let you hang up on me.
Okay.
Because I am going to take you out with some rock and roll.
You take me out with some rock and roll.
You ready?
Yeah, go ahead. Hell yeah. That was good. You take it, rock and roll. Perfect. Let's play the last one here. That was good. Let's play the last one here. Selective Outrage Blues for the boys in the band.
Selective outrage blues got me pacing the floor. Sarasota Tim keeps staring at the door. Watchers on YouTube pick and choose their flame. One little spark and they all say the same. If it fits their mood, they can make it news. If it stirs their pride, they'll keep those shoes. Selective outrage, selective outrage. Pick and choose pick and choose. Selective outrage, selective outrage. That's the game they use. New York Dan with the camera rolled up tight. Life in life, trying to frame the night. Russell does stuff with a grin and a pose. Everybody's watching, but nobody knows. They want a side, they want a score, they want a name. They can keep on the floor. Selective outrage, selective outrage. Pick and choose, pick and choose. Selective outrage, selective outrage. That's the game they use. And the feeds keep turning, hot takes running while the whole room's burning. I seen it come, I seen it fade. Same old fire in a fresh new shade. Selective outrage, selective outrage. Pick and choose, pick and choose. Selective outrage, selective outrage. That's the game they use. Sarasota 10, New York Day. Life in vibe. Russell does stuff, watches on YouTube. Yeah, they know the clue. Selective outrage, coming straight through.
Yeah, been a long time. But when I get Ted on, he calls the show. Dear friend of mine. Let's end it with Eyes of Glory. Oh, yeah. Fear-mongering radio, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you enjoy the long audio addiction on the video platform. My name is Jeff. From the great state of Minnesota, the 20th day of July, 2026. Made it this far. I appreciate you coming to the shorts. What's that 5,000? For some reason, the ads are on. I don't know. Anyways, I had a great time at the car show. We had the time of our lives. Remember the military and the armed the branches that serve us well. They're out there. MIAs, we come home soon. We stormed the beast with the crowds in World War II. One was supposed to end our wars, forgotten in Vietnam. 58,000 people of adjudicated, convicted, fell up on the hill. Donald J. Trump. We appreciate men wearing blue. Don't let cop call cry. God bless working class. See something, say something. Air Force, Army, the Marines, the Navy, the Marines, the Coast Guard, in uniform. Things went through this country that don't think all you guys do out there, everything. We appreciate it. Don't shower in the shower of Penn State. I wouldn't shower. You don't like two men having consensual sex. I get it. You can't watch two women. That is not a very Christian thing to be doing. Okay? Use a condom, prevent the ovaries. Women marry before you carry. It takes one drop. All water, no seed. What's in the water? Okay? Can't take a man to offense. Keep the kids out of it. Behave yourselves out there. Don't drink and drive. Please call somebody. But don't shower in the shower. Okay? P stood for Penn State. Rat line, the blue line. Burn those couches to the ground. Start snapping necks and send the souls to hell. It's not that tough. All right? It's not that tough. Family, behave yourself. We're sick and tired of this behavior going on. All right? From the outskirts, it is fear-mongering radio. Behave yourselves, ladies and gentlemen. We are